How's it going, fans? Next Gen Broadcasting, live Pismo Beach, California. Welcome you back here. We have special thanks to everybody out there who's tuning in tonight. And super stoked to have everybody aboard. And of course, all of this brought to you tonight by Century 21 Hometown Realty, all of the U.S., all of the world. And we got, of course, Masterpiece Hair Studio Salon here in Pismo Beach. And, of course, last but not least, Blazing Pizza, Indianapolis. So all these sponsors here, Century 21, of course, been around since the start of Next Gen Broadcasting. So stoked to have everybody aboard. And, of course, our fans, thanks again one more time for tuning in for tonight's race. It's going to be one for the history books, we hope. It's going to be an epic ball showdown for this inaugural race for Front Row iRACIng. So I hope everyone enjoys the national anthem, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
star of TNT's hit show, The Last Ship, coming back to TV this summer, Eric Dane.
Thank you. First, I'd like to take the opportunity to acknowledge and thank the men and women who are serving this great country overseas. Now, drivers, start your engines!
All right, fans, we are back. You're sitting on board with our man here, Tom Freitas, and we kind of have missed the start initially due to our glitch there in the systems, but we got it though. We're getting under caution. We're under our pace lap right now and getting ready to drop the hammer on the inaugural FRI season premiere here, folks, and we're going to be getting it done and getting it done fast and loud with these guys as we about to drop the green on it. Green, 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 all kinds. Here we go. Front row iRacing underway, folks. 00 more is right out in front. Huge launch. Okay, looks like everyone's starting to get up to speed now. We're going to go ahead and let them sort it out just a little bit. As you see, a pretty good field here, over 20 cars, about 20 cars on field right now. So it should boast for a very dicey and we are already under caution, folks. Looks like those cold tires really got the effects of them right off the bat. I was just about ready to hammer in on that one. But these guys are going to have to really watch it over the next few laps to make sure that they keep these things under control. As you see just happen here, we got a little bit of a caution of some sort. So we're just going to get into our rhythm, get into our rhyme, because it's race time, folks. We got it going on with Next Gen Broadcasting. We got Front Row iRacing up on your screen right now. James Morrison was up there in the front. You see Stevens and even Stevens there in the 11. Got that away from him, and so everyone's kind of forming up right now as we had a quick caution and a quick delay, which will be just a good time for us to kind of go over that qualifying grid and see if I can bring that guy up. All right, let's see what our qualifying was all about here. We had Morris off point there, Scotty Stevens in second, Calvin Rupp, aka She's Pride, he gets him in the third position. Joshua Watson in the fourth. Man, all right, those are some front row racing guys from old school back in the day making their debut at the new series. So great to see them there. Of course, we got Dave Stinson in the fifth position. Okay, Kylie in the sixth. It's like Trevor in the eighth, or the seventh. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Seventh is Donald. Eighth is Trevor. Michael Wood is in the ninth position. Tyler Hamlin 10th. Matthew Edens in the 11th position. Thomas Freitas in our Goody Charge in charge in 12th. Gabriel Brook in the 13th position. Jacob Arthur 14th. Cameron Andrews 15th. Landon Gentry in the 16th position. Dakota Bryan in the 17th. And rounding out this field as well into the 18th here is Kyle Cloud. But we do have a couple others in here that's not quite showing. We got, we'll get to them as they cycle around. But again, folks, this is our qualifying order right off the bat there. We're under quick caution. Some cold tires, you know how all that goes at times. So hopefully these guys will be able to calm her down just a little bit. Let me go ahead and disappear this guy. Okay, so let's look at our who we have up here. Of course, was on that point there on pole. You got the 48. Look like he's trying to do a little bit of hunting out here in Watson. So keep your eye on Watson. This guy's fast, clean, aggressive, and he's going to have a lot to offer when it comes to where we're going to be at throughout this race here. And he's going to be sporting. Yeah, look at that Hooters machine right there. Yeah. Looks like we got, let's see, Watson up on point here. All right, so I'm looking for everyone to, Dale Butler here. In the 64, about doing it right now. See if he's going to crack open a can of that whoop stuff. You know what it is, right? Ready to rock and roll here, folks. I was hoping for a really fast up and just gone green flag. But they stalled us out just a little bit. That's all good. We need to go over that qualifying as well. So here we go. Looks like we run around the back here. I believe we are forming up, and yep. So first caution of the race, hopefully, you know what they say though, sometimes that first caution gets them out the way and we go green from here on in. And I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen. All right, rolling around our field right now. So we have Front Row iRacing has a lot to offer this season with, of course, the short season right off the bat. We're going to be doing a multitude of charity races and some fun stuff called the Shenanigans Series. So pay attention to that one as that one starts to unfold and come to light this winter. Okay, so it does look as if we may be looking to go greener right now.
Green.
All kinds green. Drop the hammer, light dim fires, kick the tires, Big Daddy, because we go. Look at this, Joshua Watson in the 48, looking low. Getting a run on the bottom. Good start for the 48. The 11 is just checking out. He's like, I'm going to try to clear this quick. See, it looks like the 11 is really checking out. Great start for him, but that all he's doing is punching a hole right now for those top 4 cars to really start building up their momentum and speed. As you see the 64 and 22 side by side. Wow, flagging it again. I was hoping for a little bit more racing here, folks. I don't know what's going on. See if we can drift back a little bit and see what's going on. The caution back out again. I don't see any cars around on track right now, so let's see if we can scroll down through. Very curious on what is happening towards the back. We're gonna have to leave the cameras in the back right now so we figure out what's going on. Well, unexpected turn of events right off the bat. 2 cautions in a row. I mean, I know the nerves are up and whatnot when it comes to the racing, but we're just racing here, guys. You know, we do this all the time. Must be the camera. Oh, they're a little camera shy. I get it. I know. It can be a little nerve-wracking at times, huh? You know? Look at this. We got Captain up in this thing. He's watching it. Thanks, Cap. Appreciate the support there, brother. All right, well, since, we did, I guess the good thing is here is that, thank goodness Blaze Pizza is, sponsoring the next gen broadcast and front row iRacing right now because, I got myself hooked up on a pizza and it smells delicious. All right, so here we go. Let's have a little fun with that pizza and, of course, Blaze in general. Let's see. So I got a pizza today, and it has, my number is 3, all right? Always been, always will be, gotta be 3. But I have 3 toppings on this pizza. And I want you guys to take your best guess on what those 3 toppings are. You nail it, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a pizza of your own, okay? So, and these are some awesome pizzas here, folks, just so you know. But we're gonna hook you up. So, you guess it. And at the end of this thing, I'm going to reveal it, and we'll see how close everybody was. I'm Californian, too, so make sure you realize, we here at Cali, so, we got those diverse tastes and stuff, so just keep that in the back of your head. All right, so we're still cycling around on the caution. Let's hear it from our sponsor as we put it on a little bit of a full send and a cycling through. Well, actually, before we do that, I'm going to make sure that we're going to check in with our race leaders here, make sure that we're not about ready to go brainer, and I miss it because that ain't gonna happen. All right, so it does look as if we got ourselves one more lap around, and then we're going to be going green. So let's hear it from our sponsor, Blaze Pizza in Indianapolis. So stick with us, folks, and we will be back here in just a moment.
Oh my God!
Oh, hello, hi, how are you? All right. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, I'm Ron. Oh, what's going on? How you doing, sir? How you doing? I'm Ron. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh my God!
Oh, hello, hi, how are you? How you doing? Oh my God. I'm Ron. Offering a large shareable pizza here with real ingredients. Not frozen, none of that frozen crust, all right? Right. So I want to show you some beautiful, unique toppings that we have. Artichoke, arugula. Wow. You like that type of stuff? All right. Oh, no, I'm Ron. I don't know who LeBron is. Me and you take a selfie. Come on in. Hey, that's Ron. You tell your friends to take you to Blaze Pizza and tell them Ron sent you, okay? All right, put it there. My guy. You even take Ron's hat. That's yours.
Oh my God!
Green, green, green.
California, welcome back here. I was just welcoming you back. That's all I was doing. I want to make sure you're all here. As we're under green right now, folks, dropping it, and hopefully it's going to stay this way. We get the 11 and the 48 now, battling it up towards the front. Let's go ahead and drop those cameras back just a little bit to where I guess some of that action has been taking place here.
Yellow flag is out.
What Jesus is going on here? You guys, come on now. I thought we got a good group of guys here. This thing's turned into be a little bit more of a caution fest. We only got so many tires here, folks. That's all I'm saying. So it looks like, I don't know what happened there on that one, but we did try to get the cameras to the back. We do see some cars slowed and flowed up here. And hopefully my man, the gunny sergeant in charge, is going to go ahead and take control of this field and tell these guys to shape it up. Because I'm getting really bored, and this is one where, like, we were expecting. These guys have been practicing all week long, producing some amazing lap times, and some just, we should have filmed the practice. That stuff was great. We're talking 3, 4 wide, hanging it out there, all out there. I mean, but I don't know what's up. So I hope we get to see some racing today. Because, you know, it's been a minute since we've been live, and I've been building this thing up for, oh my goodness. Well, we've been working on this thing forever. But, man, this is going to be some great stuff, I would hope. And so we got 11 of Scotty Stevens. In that 48 is Joshua Watson. Now, fast cats right here, high ratings, know their programs. Expect to see these guys lead a lot of this race and getting it done. Hopefully just not at a caution pace. So, yeah, I'm baffled on exactly what's going on here. So I don't know if it's some stuff going on in the back and you know what, but I'm not sure. So does look as if some guys are stalled up right now. As we are going around, pits will be open. Which, you know, I mean, they ain't warmed the tires up yet, so we should be fine. They ain't drank a lot of fuel yet either, so we should be good there too. So since we all good, I guess we just go ahead and take ourselves a quick little break. Now, in this one, which I always love here, you know, I love my movies, folks, and you know, we gotta bring you some fun stuff. So let's go ahead and bring you up some of these new upcoming movies that are about ready to blockbust us on here this summer. Now that we got the movie theaters opening up again, oh man, super excited. Here we go, folks. So we're back here in just a few minutes.
How many more of my kind must be sacrificed to atone for your mistakes?
Then I'm taking his ass out.
All he wants is a home, and you know it.
Get down!
Your kind never deserved the power you were given.
Do you want to take a stand here?
Do you see all that I have done? Take your place at the center of my empire.
Unicron. I've been waiting for you.
You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you.
Will die. And your world will be reborn.
Sting like a bee.
All right, folks, welcome back. But fortunately, we didn't come back to a lot of go fast. We came back to a lot of go slow. So it does look as if we may be under caution, but we were just coming out of caution. So what we have here, folks, is look like a failure to communicate. So I mean, we're here to see some racing, but I don't think they got the memos. So what we're looking for here is, I'm sure that our gunny sergeant in charge is gonna be doing the, what we like to call, or at least around here, is the ejecto seat, cuz. And this is normally when you get in a wreck or something, you know, you get launched up in the air and you just gnarly, you end up in the upper troposphere, maybe high-fiving the astronauts up in ISS, you know, so something like that, all right? But we also have another ejecto seat, cuz, which is if you just can't handle your stuff, you gone. And, you know, we have that option here, which is pretty nice, pretty option, you know, I mean, it's horrible, in a means, but when they can't control their cars, and we got, you know, wow. Well, you know, you're watching the same thing I am. I mean, but oh no, like, don't get us wrong here, folks. A lot of these drivers have it going on, been practicing all week long. It's truly heartening right now for these drivers not to, I mean, they've been working on these programs, their fuel strategies, their on and off pit road for those green flag stops. We had bets that it was going to have minimal caution in this entire run, and yeah, so you know, it's just disappointing. It is what it is. You know, I mean, when everyone goes through all the hard work to get here, to get it done, and you know, for us not to have any racing, it's just frustrating. It is. So hopefully we're looking for a form up, a lineup, and a green flagger to start in one more lap here, because right now this is we're caution and caution. So hopefully we're not going to have any more cautions. I mean, I thought that the one would get it out the way, but the 2, the 3, well, you get my drift. All right, so we are lining up. We are forming up. One more lap around. We're going to stick it here, and we're going to keep it with these guys. Hopefully, we'll get an awesome start and an awesome race. Oh, heck yeah. That is a nice paint scheme on that 11. You are 100% right there, Scotty. All right, so we're shaped up and lined up on the backstretch here. Again, this is, if you're just tuning in, this is Next Gen Broadcasting. We were planning on bringing it to you loud, which we did, and crazy, which we tried, and fast, which we're working on. So, but man, we'd like to welcome you all in on this one, okay? And we're stoked to have everybody tuning in, checking this thing out. Yeah, this is the first race, it's the inaugural race of FRI, and these guys are, you know, basically still filling everything out, including their tires and how cold they are. So it looks as if we are about ready to drop the hammer one more time. Well, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, shoot, we came here to see some race.
Green flag.
Still got a bunch of cars up in the field. And we're green. Let's see if we can stay this way, huh, folks? Let's drop it to the back here. All right, here we go. 3 wide back here. We're gonna find out what's happening here because we got a lot of caution. So look at this. Okay, we got 3 wide by, it looks like possibly the 14. Big old jump right here, hauling it through. Picking up positions and still moving forward. Okay, so we're rocking and rolling in the back now. We're gonna clear it. Everyone's holding their lines and we're good. 23's doing a good jump. And just kidding, look like we got smoke up in front of them now. And everybody check it up, 9 cars around. So let's go to the 9 car. Oh my goodness, that was Watson. Oh, Joshua Watson, no. That is just disconcerting right there. As we've seen the 48 be a dropping right now. Okay, so something went down right there, and we're gonna have to find out on that one here because yeah, that was, like I said, a little disconcerting on the 48. He was running in the front. So what we're gonna do is see if we can't just rewind this thing just a little bit and see if we can't figure out what happened. Oh, nope, never mind. We already passed that point, sir. Okay, so anyways, under caution, Joshua Watson up in this thing. Looks like there was some kind of contact. We were in the back for once, checking it all out, and then all of a sudden, well, you know, shenanigans happened. The wrong kind of shenanigans, folks. So, under caution again, unfortunate. Watson's up in this thing. Let's take us over to our leaders. All right, so we had, yep, possible contact, rubbings and racings and stuff, and not sure what was going on. So, again, another caution again. We haven't really got our replays and stuff quite dialed yet. Again, we're really new to all of this new tech that we have. You know, and I'd like to thank SDK Gaming for their overlays. They're phenomenal. There's just a lot to it. So, yeah. So I hope everyone's enjoying those graphics as we are back under caution again, with some more contact and whatnot. So, yeah, it's kind of disconcerting in that matter. But you know, hey, we're doing the best we can on that one, and everyone's in pit lane right now. As you see, everyone's starting to cycle out and cycle around. So everyone's getting no 4 fresh feel goods, and hopefully we can continue on. Waiting for everything to cycle back around and through. I'm a man Calvin right now. All right, we're gonna leave it here. Hopefully we can 5th caution. We ran like a couple laps. I'm disappointed. I don't know what else to say. I mean, who you know? I mean, you can try to code it the best you can, but you can't in this matter, you know? Because I came here to call some racing. We do have Calvin Ruff. He's sitting in that 3rd position. He likes to put on a good show. Unfortunately, the 48, the other guy puts on a really good show, was backward and pointing the wrong direction. So hopefully he doesn't have a lot of damage there on the 48 car, and you know, might be able to get something done, you know, for the end of this thing. You got Watson here. Yep, he looks like he was around backward and then some. So like I said, it's a little disconcerting there. Let's see if we can check out a little bit of that damage, or maybe see if he had any. Oh, no nose damage. You're looking good there. Bar chase looking good there too. So look like he may be in a clear. Made just a little bit of contact, be all right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hopefully still got James Morris up in the front, or you know, up on the outside. He qualified in the pole position. We have the 11 car of Stevens leading us off here.
Green, green, green.
And we got a green flag. Let's see how long she'll hold. Not. It looked like we got a car spinning around before we even came across the start finish line. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go, and we're going to take a break. I'm going to go chime in over there and figure out what is going on. So let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick little breaker again, one more time. Might as well throw something funny at us, because this is starting to get kind of funny. So here we go, folks. We're going to go ahead and throw us a little something for you. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I can't wait to see this movie, because, you know, with these two together, it's always a good show.
You're gonna tell us everything you know.
I'm not telling you, mother.
You can electrocute him all day. It'll only make him angrier.
I, on the other hand, will tell you everything.
What? Really?
Michael Bryce was trying to put his past behind him.
You need to forget bodyguarding. Repeat after me. No bodyguarding.
No. Bodyguarding.
Then he got pulled back in.
Let's go!
Jesus! To protect this homicidal nutbag's wife.
What is he doing here? I said get anyone but Michael Bryce.
I believe it's pronounced thank you.
In 4 days, all of you lot will burn. They're planning a full-scale cyber attack. Do not screw this up.
Oh, we are definitely gonna screw this up. I promised my therapist no bodyguarding. Let's not do that, guys. Let's just focus. I got it. No, it's fine. You guys have at it. Maybe feather the brake a bit.
I need you to protect us. We're trying to have a baby.
May God have mercy on our souls.
Now repeat after me. I'm unlicensed.
I'm unlicensed. That's terrible.
Louder.
I'm unlicensed, and I don't give a... We need guns. We need boats. And we need them. Are you ready to get your freak on? What? That came out wrong. Not together. With us. That also came out wrong.
Now let's go do what we do and blow some things up.
I would make a great mother, don't you think?
I think
would make
you,
a great
yes.
Mother? Thank you. It must be your powerful asexuality that makes you such a good listener.
Can we just acknowledge that not only are we safe, this really feels like a new beginning.
All right, fans, we are back and looking for a green flag on this one. So we got a few laps left remaining in this thing. We had this thing set up on stages, and so we're just kind of counting it down right now as these guys are pacing around the track and coming out of, looks like, 2 on pace car right now. We got them all lined up. Same guys, more or less, still where they started, more or less. But the story there would be the 48 of Watson, who had himself some contact, one of our front runners, and now he looks like he is climbing himself back up again as he's finding himself hovering in the top 10. All right, so I believe we're about ready to drop our hammer. And hopefully it's a Thor's hammer this time. And they show us what's up. Because I'm ready for some good racing. I think we've been ready for some good racing. I don't know how many times we gotta mention that. Okay, so we're looks like the pack is tightening up. All right, I got this thing set on crashes, so let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna give us what it's gonna give us, and then we're gonna call it out from here. So let's go, green baby, let's go! Come on, Lisa Racing. All right, dropping our hammer one more time. You see looks like the 3 car getting up to speed. Got the 48 right behind him. Yeah, 28 of Keith here. This is all about 10th position right now. So coming on in, the 13th and 14th fight right here between Kyle. Okay, move with Trevor. Trevor's looking underneath. Or I'm sorry, looking outside. The 3 car's looking underneath. That's rough. Mr. Calvin. He's rocking a cool number too. I'll tell you what. He knows it too. He knows it. He knows my number. Shoot. There it is. All right, so looks like Calvin's underneath on the bottom here. Mr. Ruff going to be looking for a nice smooth run. Okay, the 64 peeking underneath the 8. 8 car. Oh, I'm sorry. The Ruff is the 8 car. 3 car is Swice Good. Still getting used to everyone's names and numbers. So Swice Good is trying to swipe a little something on the bottom right there as he rotates through the center, holding a nice line, 50 on the outside, and he's getting a heck of a run off the bottom. But look at the 50 on the outside, charging. Here comes the 48. Oh, yeah, he got a little something to prove now. He's finding himself a really good draft run. See if he might look for the center. I don't know. Actually, he's looking for whichever line's going to go. He's going to go high, going to go low. He's just looking for some of that bass stuff. 64 rotating underneath the 8. 8 now finding the trap right behind the 64 of Kale. Kale now, these guys lining up, but 1 and 2 lined up. That's Morris and Stevens. Morris, our leader. Stevens in that second position. 8 car now looking low. But that 64 has that horsepower up. Now, as he did that, he kind of scrubbed off a little bit of speed. Now, here comes the 3 with the fat run. See if he can be able to muster up and do anything with. Doesn't look like it. Looked like he kind of stalled out, but he got the 48 there, right there, and he's charging. He's charging hard. He was just up there looking for that lead, and now he's finding himself back firmly in the top 10, looking for that top 5. 8 car looking low. Whoa! Sideways by James Morris. Great save right there by the 00. He's bringing it back on track. Falls in line, doesn't lose a lot. He should be able to maybe find some company, some help, maybe be able to find his way back up there again. Still side-by-side battle with now the 48 of Joshua Watson and Calvin Ruff on the bottom. So we get the 48 and 8. Great battle right here. Look at this. Now Butler comes up with the 64. He's taking over the lead. Woo! Rotating underneath on the bottom. Great run by the 64 car. As he's starting to check out just a little bit. But not for long, because here comes that momentum. The 3 car now coming up on the 11. So now these cars are starting to get some heat. They're starting to really fill out their runs. Going to see where we're going to be able to place this car, how it's going to maneuver in this draft. Now with this next gen car, let's go over that next gen car just for a moment. They are amazing by themselves. They hold a beautiful line, but you get up in this draft in that air, it really messes with these cars and it creates them to get wicked loose, sometimes tight. So you gotta be up on top of that wheel, especially if you have yourself a looser setup. Look at this, the 48 dive to the bottom. Great run right there. 3 car looks for the block and possible run on the 64 for the lead. Now you got a really good pack here toward the front, putting on a decent show, gapping the back of the field by at least a good 3 seconds, then falling back to 7 seconds, 10 seconds all the way back to 15. So those guys are dropping back pretty fast. These guys are now shaped up and putting on a good show. Like this, side by side. Everyone's looking for some kind of run and some kind of a line. But what we're going to look to see is what's going to be the faster lane at the end. Is it going to be the outside line? Is it going to be this dive bomb to the bottom? As we see that Hooters machine throwing it all out. Yeah, baby! 48 now, drive to the lead. Great run. See if he can keep up that horsepower. He's in a Chevy, shouldn't be too much of a problem. But he is fighting one on the outside, so there you go. 48 still rotating the bottom, getting a good bite, holding it down, but look at that outside run that the 64 gets right there, bringing him back up the end, now pulling on the 48 of Joshua Watson. Butler now fighting back, but now the party's starting to grow and get a little bit bigger. The 3 car looking to the bottom. Look at this crossover move, changing positions. 48 goes to the high, 64 goes to the bottom. 3 cars still on the bottom, searching it and holding his ground. Look at this though. The 00 of Morris now back in that. Oh! Watson sideways! Holding it. Great save by Watson. We just seen the same exact thing happen out of the 00. Could that be that air that's messing with these cars right there, kicking them loose? As like I said, just back just a few laps ago, we seen the exact same tight style of thing happen to the 00 car. He gathered it back up, was able to still stay in that draft, and look at him now. He's right there fighting for that 3rd position as the leader's starting to check out now.
Got the field by almost a second. And still pulling. 11 is Stevens falling back to that third position. Now under fire as these guys looking to go maybe possible 3 wide. Thought against it, need more of a run. 00 Morrison still holding pace. All right, let's check back a little bit more on the field here. Get the 150 of Ludlow right in that 10th position at the moment. And he's picking up some company, so let's see if those two can gather up a little bit of speed here. Brian in that 58. If they can tag along with each other, they might be able to get up and gain some of those, some of the leaders here. Matthew Edens running right now. All right, so it's the 11th position right here, folks. Dropping on back here. Or up forward, I'm sorry. Now we're going to go. Oh, we got a little bit more of a battle here toward the front with the 3 car. Trevor up on it and in it. 3rd position for that 3 car. Mirroring his efforts right at this moment. Stevens still holding strong in that 2nd position. And, of course, the 64 got himself in that clean air and checked out. But look at this gap is closing. Let's see where he may want to place this car and how, because he's going to be coming himself up on one heck of a run. Go to the nose. Going high to block. Looking for that run. You can see that air. You almost see that pocket right there. Looking low. There it is. Take dive to the bottom right here as the 11. Now the 3 car goes up with the 64. Gives him a hand. 3 car. Spice Good taking over this 2nd position. And not stopping there as he gets to the bottom, which is exactly what the 11 is hoping for. 3 gets up there, starts battling, goes side by side, gets some of that side draft going on, and next thing you know, they're going to be able to, slow him down. That 11 is going to get that draft, a really good draft and run on these guys, and take it to the front. So a lot of back and forth between these 3 cars at the moment.
Yellow flag is
Oh, yellow flag, and I'm not sure what. We had it. Oh, bummer. All right, so 7th caution, but at least we got some racing in, so that's good news. All right, rolling and slowing this thing up here, folks. We have our leader as a 64 of Butler getting it done right now. He checked out for a minute. They caught him. Got back out there again. So it looks like he got himself a pretty strong hot rod tonight. Same thing with Spice Good. Those guys been, cream rises to the top. You know how that goes. But look for a couple of these who had a little bit of mishap in the beginning of this race to get it all squared away and get them back up there. Right, we're riding along with our race leader. So we got a quick caution for fresh fuel goods, a little bit of fuel. I think they can get some. I don't know. There might be a lot of guys staying out. All right, well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick little full center. These guys are coming into pit road, and we'll check out that race on your side screen there, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
The flag is waved, and the 24-hour clock begins. Kelvin.
Here at Motorsport Games, motorsport is not just part of our brand, it's part of our DNA. So it's very important for us to make sure we have a very tight connection and a proper conduit into the industry of motorsport. Therefore, we couldn't be more excited to announce the fact that Gerard Neveu will help us make sure that we stay as authentic and as close as possible to the motorsport industry as a whole.
For several years now, the e-sport took a very important place in the world of motorsport. And the wish from Motorsport Games was to make sure that some people from the motorsport can be directly involved in their very ambitious program, what they are developing now, especially with sim racing and esports, motorsport. And we will try to make sure that all the program we will propose, all the new products that we will develop in the coming months, will be something very attractive, that we will find first entertainment, and that we will find also the passion that all the people share in the motorsport world.
This is the 24 Hours of Le Mans virtual.
In fact, it is very important to try to establish like a liaison between the motorsport world and the e-sport. You know what we tried to do last year with the Le Mans virtual was exactly the perfect example. To get closer the world from the motorsport and the world from the e-sport. To make sure that we can put together the gamers and the racers, and that we can develop a product which can make entertainment fun and to correspond really to the value of the motorsport. This is what we are looking for, and this is what I will try to do with all the team, and to make sure that the communication and the link between motorsport and the e-sport world will be optimized within all the fantastic program that now Motorsport Games is looking for.
All right, we are back coming out of our 7th caution. And, yep, so we got the fuel stacked back up again. Everyone's lining up. We're on the back stretch now. It does look as if we're about ready to fire this thing off again. We got a Budweiser car up toward the front. We got some Mountain Dew up there. So we got some beverages. Plus we got some power. So add the power to the beverages. And, man, you got yourself one heck of a good time. So look for that 00. To bring up the power, and let's see that can opened up by the 64 as we see the 19 now back toward the front, and so let's see how they're gonna bust this one out as we're ready to drop the hammer.
Green flag.
Green, baby, let's go! All right, off to an awesome start here. Cross our finish line. Here we go up to speed. See a battle right now, 19 of Eden. So Eden's was kind of won a little more of a, maybe did some pit strategy, got himself a good position there. Let's see what he can do and how he can hold on to it as he finds himself in that 3rd position. But look at this 00 of Morrison underneath on the bottom, trying to rotate that center.
Yellow flag.
Caution out again. This is going to be one extremely long race if these guys don't shape her up just a wee bit. Looking for some of that contact stuff that may happen. This is, like I said, a little disconcerting here. But the great news is that this is our first race. This is a short season, and this is a builder. So we get to go through all this footage, find out who the trouble was, and that's gonna be Ejecto's seat, and then we get to bring in other drivers. They can hold lines and put on a good show. So let's go back to that 3 car of old Trevor right there. Let me mess with this a little bit. There we go. Come here. Okay, so caution one more time, unfortunately. Sorry about that, folks. I was looking at here we go. Now we're dropping it over to the 3 car. Oh, Trevor! Man, FMF, all right, this cat is, he's fast. He gets it done on all types of platforms when it comes to racing. And this is his introduction, of course, over here at FRI. And cranking some amazing laps, of course, in practice. Putting on a really good show. So, again, and he already was. You see that 3-car, good wrenched up right there. Beautiful car. Gotta, keep highlighting that joker. Man, so look for him throughout the season. I know he's going to be one of those cats going to be hanging out and, putting on that show that we're looking for. All right, race leader, Cale Butler in the 64. Got himself a really good run on that last green flag run. Got himself out in front, stretched it out a little bit, had a little bit more than a second over the field. Those guys lined up, caught him, but couldn't do much with them. There was some battling going on, 2s and some 3 wides trying to get that lead away from him. But that Mountain Dew prevailed. Some steel under caution. In this case, tuning in just a little late here, folks. This is Next Gen Broadcasting, and we are bringing you the inaugural race of Front Row iRacing. All this brought to you tonight by Century 21, hometown realty all over the U.S., all over the world. It's a new millennium in real estate, so if you're looking for to buy, sell, whatnot, commercial or residential, doesn't matter. They take care of it all. Look them up online. Also, we have Masterpiece Hair Studio in Pismo Beach. Masterpiece Hair Studio, amazing place. Beautiful, in the brand new hotel built right downtown. You have nothing better of a view there. Literally, you walk out her front door and you turn left and you're on the beach. It's pretty amazing thing. So if you're ever down there visiting, we're going to put you in the booth over here with me and come hang out. But we're also going to get you all done up. And we're going to get that done for you nicely. Plus, hopefully style you out in that hotel. It's a beautiful hotel, too. Can't go wrong. But, yes, another great sponsor of Next Gen Broadcasting, of course, and FRI. But last but not least, I can't wait to get into it. Woo, that thing is looking good right now. I'll tell you what. Oh, Blaze Pizza out in Indianapolis. I can't wait to get my grub on right now. I was hoping that this thing was going to work up an appetite because of how much action we were putting on. But it's been kind of reversed there. Now I got a lot of time to stare at it. So I'm like, ooh, that looks good. So if you're getting hungry, you're thinking about a little something. They got that delivery thing going on. So get on that phone. Punch up your favorite ingredients. You build up yourself your wood fire pizza, and have that joke delivered right to your front doorstep. That's going to be all courtesy of your Blaze Pizza out of Indianapolis, and of course all over the U.S. There we go. Green flagger. Let's see let's take some bets. How long we're going to get it now. Come on. Here we go. Green all kinds. We got the 64 on the outside. Good launch right there. We got it set to crashes this time. So we're going to go ahead and maybe it'll get the action if it does happen again, or hopefully not. All right, here comes Watson. There he is. Moving it on through. He's got himself a little bit of ground to make up as he finds himself that 9th position, but they're starting to fan around just a little bit. This is a big track, so I'm kind of wondering why there's a lot of contact. We don't have a tremendous amount of cars out there on track at the moment, but yeah. So we got the 30 car, Gabriel Brook, now searching, find about the middle of the track. Ooh, possible 3 wide up there in front of him. Watson about ready to come up in the mix of all this stuff here. As we see them spread wide. Got the Budweiser car Eden right there heading or whatnot. He is in the middle, stuck in the middle with you. Look like a little bit of contact with the A-car. A-car tries to whoa and slow up. That's rough right there, and he's going to rough him up when he gets back to him. I guarantee you that. A-car now really slowed up. Hopefully didn't have a lot of contact there, but looks like the A-car, or the Budweiser car here, the 19, seems to be like a little high, a little low, a little all over the place. So we're going to see what kind of runs we can get built up right behind him, because look at this group right here, stacked up 2 by 2 on the outside here, lined up, and they got a good run on the bottom. Now here comes another. Man, all we need is a few more Mountain Dew cars. We get a 6-pack. Got another Mountain Dew car on the bottom here, the 4 car. 4 car rocking and rolling with Woods. So this is a huge battle right here for 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, all back of the pack right here. Everyone trying to fight for a little position to get themselves moving and rolling forward. You got some fast cats stuck back here with some of the guys a little bit more off pace. So they're just looking for that hole to get on by. All right, dropping us up a little bit more forward here. 5th position here. Now this is a fight for the lead. Let's go look over for it and at it. 3 car, Trevor to the front, around the 64. 64 going to come back right now. He's like, nah, I'm going to have any of that. You got to run, I'm going to get one back out of you. And now he has 11 right there with hopefully a heck of a push. That bottom's been treacherous, so let's see if they can hold on to it. They don't wiggle loose there. 64 back around on the inside, had help by the 11. Really gave him that extra horsepower he needed coming out of 4. Now back to the race lead. Still side by side with the 3 car and the 11. 11 on the bottom, rotating around, and it looks like he's going to have more power through the center. He's going to come up and definitely going to clear him. Got the hole, going to take it. 3 car right up on his bumper. Now utilizing the draft and possibly run. See if he's going to do a little crossover and payback. But look at this. Here comes the 30. 30 with a fat run as well as he's getting himself into position to get up into that podium position. $50 laps out of 130, so we still got a little bit of ways yet left to go. So we're going to see maybe if this thing stays green, some strategies. Got to bring this thing on and off pit road. Pit road is treacherous, so and bringing it out. So all this, you can gain and lose time, and lose a lot more, in that process. So looks like we gotta fight toward the back, but everyone's starting to line up in the front. So let's go ahead, let her cycle around again. Ooh. Look at this, the 00 car of Morris. Power move to the bottom, but look at that. He's wiggling and sliding, though. You see him just chasing that car right now. That's going to heat those tires up, and that's not going to be nice to him later on. As you see now, momentum built up by, it looks like the 12 car of Mar looking low. Woo! That was a little scary there. As we see a lot of, battling right here for the lead. The 11 looking low. 3 car right there. They see battling happen behind them. They want to create a little something as well. They must know it's almost exciting right now because hey, it's up to you. Whoa! Push! Contact to the 00. 30 car pushed up. Looks like the 00 was trying to hold that center line right there. That was just a slight door slap. I don't think it's going to do anything when it comes to aero, but these cars are. That's the other thing is, folks, these cars are very touchy when it comes to contact and the aero. And it will slow and will you up considerably with the smallest amount of contact. Battling tough right now for, looks like the so we're jumping back to 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right there. So this is your 4th position.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, man. Now what happened? Oh, that's what happened. Whoa! The 50, and it looks as if, we got a few cars out and destroyed right there. That's negatory pick pin. Pattern was full. Caution back out, 9th one of tonight's race. 53 laps deep into this thing, so yeah. Well, Trevor's up into that 3rd position. Go FMF. Got the 11 car right there. Stevens holding strong up there. And the 64. So it looks like you got the. We're looking at the powerhouses right here. It looks like 3 is going to be one of them. We're going to see what the 30 has to offer. Have Calvin up there. We definitely know that he has the speed, but I think he's had some contact by other cars, so I don't know if that's going to slow his roll up at all. 48 looks like he's coming back up through, but I don't know if he's going to have quite the car after spinning around, and whatnots, to get back up to these guys and have the power he's going to need to really battle him. See, it seems like it takes a lot of power for these guys to get around. That's what I did notice too, where I was running in that practice, because everybody is on pit lane now. All right, so let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick little breaker and throw us over little full sim. Keep an eye on him. We'll be back here in just a moment.
What are you doing here in Somerville?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Oh my god, this is way worse than I thought it was gonna be.
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap? There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Call it fate. Call it luck. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Come on, darling.
It has a gunner seat? Oh my gosh. That is the best thing I've ever seen.
All right, folks, welcome on back into this thing. We're under caution. We got a little note here from Stevens in second. So Stevens is having himself an awesome battle with the 64. 64 is finding himself a lot of power on the outside. So glad your phone is back up and going there, Matt. But we got a little something going on for you right now with the green flag start. Let's go get some. All right, out of this caution, 56 laps into this thing. And let's hopefully these guys can keep it all together. We're going to keep this thing on. Most exciting for a minute here to see how this is going to pan out. 58 up high, up in a marble type of thing. Here comes the 00. We've seen him fast throughout today's race, and he got himself a little bit of contact, door type of deal. Lost himself a run. Let's see if he's going to be able to find it. As we see good formation toward the front right now. All right, so it does look as if we got a nice little 3x3 or almost 3 wide there coming in for that third position. Here comes the 8 car. Calvin Ruff looked like he got himself a nice line in the center right there. But look at this. Joshua Watson into 48, found himself in some trouble a little bit earlier in tonight's race, but he's battling back. He's definitely proven to you right now, this is why you never hang up your hat and pull that thing into the garage unless it's blow it up and in pieces, yard sale status. But that 48 has himself a good run. You see him a little wiggle loose coming out of 4 right there. He just planting that power is what he's doing. You know that Chevy, you know, there's a lot of it. Got the 8 on the bottom right now. Calvin looking, and that 12 right now. Awesome run on the outside. Rotates that thing beautifully through the center. Gets himself a little bit of help by a Toyota. Maybe, yes. 00 linking up. Oh, as he crosses over, he ain't stopping. He's got himself a run. He's going to keep going to the front. As we look like now Mars under attack. Possible 3 wide looking action right here. And this is all for your like 5th positions right here. Top 5, everybody trying to get up in it right now. Woo, a little bit of contact. Possible, or that was close. 12 all over the bumper. Watch for this error. Woo! The 12 lost the nose. Now gets a piece of the apron. He is willing it right now. He's up on that thing. He straightens it out. Good job by the 12. Woo, that was a little scary. Now you see him 3 wide right here. As that car slows up, accordions back anybody that's behind him. And they're all trying to muster their way around. Here we go, 3 wide. Again. 12 car toward the back. 3 car jumps up in front of him. All right, Swice good. Let's see what you got, bud. You're up there running before. 3 wide again. 23 in the middle. King Arthur trying to king it up. All tough right now. But he is a little loose in the center of that. You see that car wobbling and wiggling. He gathered it up. He's all right. A lot of air moving around here right now. 60 laps in. Almost halfway. 28 underneath the 8 car. Now here we go. That draft is really starting to come into play right now as you see these cars starting to bunch up more and more. And we are all looking at the battle of 6th on back, 6th to about 11th. 11th and 12th, 13th, 14th right there. The 19th is 11th place, so right here, everybody within fractions of a second of each other. Great battling so far, keeping it decently clean. Woo! 12 with a little walk up the track there. Yeah, you walked the track prior to the race. Good run by everybody in the back. They're keeping it strong and steady. That's what we're looking for. Still a lot of traffic back here. These boys are all fighting for a little bit of position. 12 out to the outside. 8 now with an awesome run. Jumps down to the bottom. Finds that draft right there. Again, all these guys are shuffling for position and jockeying like no one's business. Trying to find that clean air. Trying to, that run to clean air to pass. 8 loose. And woed up and slowed up just a little bit, but I still believe he has contact with that draft, so he should be able to catch up. 48 of Watson on the outside, trying to find that momentum around the 12. 12's been pushing a little bit through the center, so he's got to be paying close attention to that. Let's get up to the lead here. 64. Still our race leader, but look at this. Morris had himself a little bit of a hiccup and a spin. He had him, got himself back under control. Not even a spin, but loosened up like a little bit. Drifted back, lost some position, gathered it back up, and now running and fighting and looking like he can possibly be challenging for the lead. Now Morris was our pole qualifier, so we know he has the power in that Toyota to get it done. Oh! Possible contact, more cars involved back there. That looked as if it was the 28 involved. Oh, man. Yep. So Keith gets himself a little bit of contact there. Slide around, we saw it in the back picture there. Bummer. All right, 10th caution. Woo! Yeah, that's a lot. We are halfway, folks. Halfway. All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, oh well, we're hoping that it doesn't continue this pace of cautions, because we may be here till tomorrow. That pizza's getting cold. I know that. All right, so under caution, one more time. Go ahead and drop her on over to the leader here. Check them out. Okay, so it looks as if the 00 is going to go ahead and take over the lead. I believe we have pit strategies underway at the moment. We do. So it looks like the 64 and the 11. No, 11's. Yep, 11's in. So, oh, here, I got that too. How about that? All right, so I guess we, again, under caution here, I was going to bring up a little bit, a little more fun stuff. I'm going to show a few graphs of pit strategies, things of that nature. All right, so under caution again for the 10th caution tonight. So, yeah, we've had a few. Rolling around now, but we do have Morris out here as lead now. These pit strategies and cycles now are changing due to the amount of cautions and things of that nature. So we could possibly see a flip switch of our front runners. Front runners are definitely going to be going to the back, but they're going to have them fresh for field goods, and they're going to be able to rocket to the front. But at what cost, though? That's the other thing you have to be leery of, due to the fact we've had a lot of cautions thus far. I mean, they're going to need to tippy-toe lightly back there as they maneuver their way through the field. We're going to go ahead and drop it over to, let's see, where is our leaders at? So leaders are in 6th and 7th positions at the moment. Our previous leaders. Now moving on up. So yeah, so we're talking some tires and up and running again. So it looks like the 3 and the 00. Well, everybody back down to 5th. So we got Sexton stayed out, Arthur stayed out, Eden stayed out, Swicegood stayed out, and Morris. So everybody back. Seems as if they, well, leaders did at least pit. Switched it up, changed it up, and hopefully we're going to go green again. Well, I was, like I said, really hoping for a extreme battle, lots of strategies that we're going to be undertaking, and again, just all out, exciting, fun, crazy race. But we get a lot of restarts, I know that.
Green.
And we're gone. 00 with the launch. These guys are the top 5 are all on older tires. They pitted not too long ago. All right, so we're under green again. Here we go, 68 laps in tonight's race, a little over halfway. Got the 00 Morris up in front here. Been running a good race throughout tonight's whole ordeal, and trying to keep it up front. Look like he's doing a pretty good job doing that thus far. Doing the roller coaster thing, and ooh, we got some battling going back toward the back here. Let's get to it. Ryan Ludlow in the center there. Linking in and out, that's always scary right there because you don't quite know where he's at, and he kind of he's just having a bad signal. But we did hear that there was some issues going on, but you know, that's tech. That's how it goes. As you seen with us earlier. 4-car looking outside of the 150. 3 wide right now. 4-car of Wood outside of Hamlin. .48 now making his move, coming through. The 28 seems a little loose or little tight there as he pushes toward the wall. All right, let's drop in on the leaders here. Oh, as we see a pass for the lead. Oh man, the 11 car back to the lead. Stevens getting it done. Now he has himself those 4 freshens, and he got himself a great run around the 00. Now going to take charge of tonight's race. Go get some, Scotty. Scotty running himself one bad line right there, man. We're talking bad like bad fast line right there. Like a bad fast Marley line right there. On the bottom, hooking it and gone. Woo, grabs that line, keeps that thing pointed on, and then, comes out pointed, and then brings it out, keeps his momentum, really flying it right now. As you see, Morris dropping back just a little bit. As Swicegood in the 3-car takes over that second position, which is really good. This is what Morris is looking for. He's looking to keep up there toward the front with the older tires. That way he can have a little something left at the end of this thing. Woo! But not like doing that. Looked like he got loose all kinds, and mad save. It took him all the racetrack to do so, but he did it. Look at this, the 3-car now looking like he wanted to take charge of this race as he's looking low. Oh man! He lost a bite of that car. That thing went directly into the wall. I wonder if that was Aero all kinds right there, because it just looked like it snapped up on him. And that's what we're talking about. Right there is, with this Aero, if you're not expecting it and anticipating that car to be moving around, woo, that's what'll happen as he got a really hard lick into the wall, and you're definitely going to see him drop into the back here. I mean, that's a pretty good lick. And let's go ahead and look at that right front, right rear. So he definitely smacked it good there. You see cars looking on the outside. And they're passing. Yeah, he's definitely woed up. Look at his right front here. Oh yeah, you see that beat down a little bit there. You see the wood. Oh yeah, that's gonna affect him hard. Hopefully they don't cut down the tire. .48 on the outside. Joshua Watson getting his move on. And look at this. Here comes a battle right now. This is going to be for the 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. Battling right now between, 6th, 7th, and 8th positions. Joshua Watson, the 48, now moving himself up into the 5th position, right behind Calvin Ruff in that 8 machine. These guys all top 5 in it after some contact in the beginning of the race, and now they're able to get that car all done up the way they need it, and now they're starting to charge toward the front as we see a battle toward the lead. Here comes the 64. 64 to the bottom underneath the 11. 11 couldn't hold him off, gets an amazing run, and that's 64 back out in front. 11 car is going to follow right along with. But look at this. The 12 car of Mar making himself, his presence known up here in his top 3. Battle still going on. 11 going to challenge, come underneath. He letting it go. He has help. He has a 12 right there on him. Does it, clears him, all kinds of power, and I'm sure that 12 definitely helped him taking air, and splitting that air resistance between the two of them. Got a great run, and to the bottom he went, and right to the front. But look at this, so here comes the 64 on a charge back. But the 12 is going to stick with the 11. With the 8 right there on the outside, those cars all stacked up and lined up, they may be able to overpower them. Well, they should be able to overpower the 64. 64 is still holding that bottom line, and he's doing it all solo. You see, it looked like he tried to get up there a little bit to sidetrapped him. He is getting up there, sidetrapping him, kind of trying to take that air off of him and slow him down, and it did. Look at that, stalled his run out right there. Now the 12 gets up on his bumper. He's going to have to do the same thing again, going through 1 and 2. Not now. Now he's starting to get, oh man, rotating on the bottom here. Now the 64 is going to have to really hammer on that wheel, keep that thing pinned, and that's when the car will break loose. You see a little bit of slide out of the 64, but the 64 is still able to maintain. Drag race down the backstretch. Now the 12 car is looking on the outside, possible 3-wide action for the race lead. 12 backs off out of it. 64 still continues his hard run on the bottom with the 11 trying to maintain about the center to high lane and keeping those RPMs up. Now the 11 back out in front with the 12 coming over, taking over second position. 64 driving it again on the bottom, fighting back for that second position and making a run. Whoa, mad side drafting right there. Definitely stalled and woed him up, almost contact. And as that happened, that really woed up the 64's progress. And now the 11 is our race leader. Good job. Stevens back out in front. 12 car high to the outside. Look at this. He's got himself the run that he was looking for, that he's been waiting for, lining up. Now he's got help with the 64. 64 is going to go ahead and give him that help when it comes to separating that air. Now it's a 12 plows a hole and punches a hole in that air. Here comes the 64 now. He has that thing wound up. Butler now to the outside. Stevens on the bottom. 12 car around. 12 car takes over the lead. 11 car lost momentum with the 12 and the 64 working together right there on the outside. Now we're going to go back through. Now here comes the 12 of Mar. Mar's now going to dice back and forth from bottom to top to try to shake off these guys as they're getting their runs. As we're seeing, this draft is taking major effect with these leaders right now. And with doing also, here comes the 48 and the 8. So the 4 car you're looking at right now is Wood, and he is 2 laps down. He's got himself some 4 fresh field goods. He's trying to hang out with the leaders, keep himself where he can get as many laps or in the possibilities of being that first car a lap down. But Holmberg will be the that recipient of the next lucky dog. And funny how I said next, right? Watch, because I say that, we won't have a caution. That's what I should have said at the beginning of this thing. Pray for cautions, folks! And then it wouldn't have happened. But look at this. We're praying for an awesome race and a good run toward the front. We're getting one. 4 cars have really taken over 3 cars have really taken over the show. That 4 car is just hanging out and, adding some numbers to the front. But his presence up there is definitely going to help. So where he goes, he can help out the 11, he can help out the 12, he can keep the 64 up in front. So you know, I would buddy up with that dude. He's up there with the fast enough car to help these guys out when it comes time to pass that leader and get something done. 83 laps of 130. As this thing is now finally starting to clock down. All right, let's go ahead and drop back just a little bit to in our field to see what kind of racing we're having back here. 28 car. Looks like he's having himself a decent run, Keith. You know, he did find himself some contact sliding. Now he got his car back up. Good run with these guys. Searching around. It's all for 11th, 12th, 10th place right here, folks. Gonna go through the field. All right, there's Morris right there, our pole sitter.
The yellow flag.
Oh, contact right there by the 8 and the 19, and oh no! Right as we're going through the field and kind of going through it. Bummer. Calvin's in it. Oh, man! That's a bummers. Known those guys for quite the time. It's been a long minute, and great to see him back up in this thing. But we are under caution once again, folks. And why all the drivers are rounding themselves around and meeting up with the pace car. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some stops and whatnot. All right, well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick break, folks, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced. His exploits are legendary. What he has to teach you may very well mean the difference between life and death.
Your reputation precedes you.
I have to admit, I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
They're called orders, Maverick.
This is your captain speaking. Today's exercise is dogfighting.
2 versus 1? He's got to be kidding. What the hell?
All right, everyone. We are back. Caution number 11. 87 laps out of 130. We're winding this thing down. faster and faster as they go around. Where they stop, we hope, is going to be the checkered flag. Okay, so we got some leader changes right now through some different pit strategies and whatnot. They are all formed up on the backstretch right now. Looking as if we may be looking for some of that go fast stuff. All right, let's bring it on over to our race leader now, Joshua Watson in that 48 Chevy. Joshua Watson, been racing real long time and been an iRacing for quite the long minute. Been racing every different style of a platform when it comes to the racing and whatnot. So he has all the experience out there and talent. Now he's finding himself back up in the lead.
Green flag,
Green all kinds. Here we go. Hammers dropped. And the 11's on the outside. 64 looks Butler on the inside. Good run. The 48 got himself an awesome start. And checking out. But that's the thing here. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a super speedway here, everyone. That when it comes to that jumping out in front of the field, they're going to be able to get that pocket of air you're braking up there. And they're going to get a fat run on you. And look at this. Here they come again. 11 to the front. Woo! Go get some, Scotty. 11 with the power move on the bottom. Races around, but he has all kinds of help by the 64. Both these cars have been at the top of the class when it comes to tonight's race at Auto Club. Now the 64 underneath the 11 and just snags that thing away, makes it look easy. 11 may not be trying to hammer back as hard either. He's still trying to save some tires. He knows that 64 is fast, so you want to make sure he has everything he needs at the end of this thing to get him. But here comes that 12 car. We've seen that 12 car take that lead for a little while. Mar now, he has himself a nice bite and looking toward the bottom. Jumping back up, get a little more breadth of that draft right there. Spoon up those RPMs just a little bit more. Still looking to keep that Toyota on the bottom here as he's going to try to rotate it underneath. That 11 car does so. Stevens goes to that third position. Mar now to the second position and hauling it forward. Well, oh man, look at this. We got a little bit of a battle right behind him. And this is going to be for that 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. All of this, all under napkin. As we see the 48 right now, he is just in the middle of the soup, if you will. We got Morrison in the 00, Morris right there. He's finding his way back toward the front. He got himself loose a couple different times. So hopefully he's made the decent adjustments that he's looking for to iron this car out. Now the track's rubbering up, temperature's building up, all of that in the track. So the cars are going to change. And you're going to need to drop that tire pressure, mess with the track a little bit, something. There's a lot of things that you can adjust in these cars to alleviate the problems that you are encountering out here on track. A-car now look like he's finding himself his gusto's back again as the 88 driving himself toward the front. Now finding himself on a big move. Ruff now moving himself into the top 5. Possible for 4th position now as he continuing to hammer away. Ruff, you're in 5th position now and gaining half a second a lap on the leader. He's gone right now. He got a great move right here. Now look at this. Ooh, the battle is starting to heat up. Butler is feeling the heat in his kitchen. The broilers have been turned up. Look at this. Now the more or less top fast part of the field is all gathered up here. We're about to see ourselves some really good racing. Here we go, 12 for the lead, 64 underneath them. Morris right there decides to jump up high, knows that these cars have been fast, are gonna stick with these guys. Rotate the center and keep the momentum up. 12 though, now coming up, Marr trying to do a little side draft action to the 11 of Stevens, slowing won't him up, but he has but the 11 car Stevens has himself plenty of help from behind. So he's going to have the 00 and, ooh, not anymore. Now 11 looks low. He's got himself a good run and a good bite on that, shooting out of 2. Drag race down the backstretch for the lead. 64 high to the outside, utilizing that maybe some wall draft, anything he can. Staying away from the 11 as the 11's trying to side draft. And now the 11 back to the front. Drives it down. Makes that look easy, but not so fast, my friend. The 64 back to the bottom. And with this dicing and slicing, if you will, Blaze Pizza, we have them slowing and woeing up just a little bit. And it looks as if the 12 car is now finding his speed with the 00 of Morris, our pole sitter. We got Ruff right there in the mix, Watson right there in the mix, and so on and so forth. Sexton now moving his way up. And that 51, we haven't talked about him throughout tonight's race yet. There he is, Joshua Sexton, Mr., if you will. All right, so now looks like Sexton is in that 6th position, but right there, fighting for that top 5. As you see, 00 with the high arc to the outside, but a rotate around the rim, and he keeps that momentum up. But we have the 8 car, Calvin Ruff, down to the bottom. He's holding a good line down there, which is preventing the 00, or was preventing the 00 for utilizing that portion of the track that he was needing. Now he clears him, gets down there, gets the apex that turn the way he was initially wanting to in the first place. But look at this. Mr. Joshua Sexton right here on the outside, now moving forward as he finds himself into the top 5. Battle right here starting to get underway. Stevens leading this thing, but the 64 still underneath. These guys have been going toe to toe from the beginning of this thing, and I don't foresee it lightening up at all through the end of this thing as we are coming into our 100 laps. 12 car now, mad push to the 11. Or run, I mean. With the 00, still trying to find his momentum. And what this is, it looks like this is all timing. So I know these guys are definitely practicing this right now. How they're going to time that initial run they need at the end of this thing. Lap down car rotating on the bottom. All right, still a good fight. Oh! 00 around Morris. Woo! Caution out one more time. I wonder how many times. Yeah, I know they only get 4 sets of tires in tonight's race. So if they changed tires every time they came in, they're negative like a lot right now. But yeah, they're gonna end up owing, when it comes to the finish of this race. All right, under caution one more time. We've seen the spin of the 00 car. Morris trying to, he had himself a fast car, but we've seen him wobble and wiggle loose just a little bit here's and there. So back under caution one more time. I will honestly say this, folks. I don't think I've ever seen this many cautions in a race before. So, I mean, it's first for me. So is. All right, so under caution again, rotating around. Everyone's going to be, we're in contact with the pace car now. Let's go ahead and send us on over to a full send, and we'll be back here in just a moment, folks.
Push boy!
Boss wants to see you.
In trouble?
Someone is.
I found this in my living room.
This man betrayed our trust. Do it.
You saved my life. We are going home.
I don't have a home.
Not yours. Mine. I can't change your past. But I can offer you a purpose. For 600 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. I believe in you.
All right, what do I have to do?
I gotta get in my zone now.
The 3 challenges of the warrior.
I'm on a new level.
The 3 challenges in the what now?
If you survive, you will gain access to our knowledge and our power.
Cobra is coming.
What's Cobra?
A shadow organization devoted to global revolution. I've been following you for some time.
Do I know you?
I know you, Snake Eyes.
Join us. This is your destiny.
All right, race fans, welcome back. It's Chris Paul Hamas here, folks, and man, we got it going on with Left Turn Broadcasting. I'm sorry, Next Gen Broadcasting. Used to be Left Turn Broadcasting, doing our switch on over. So we'd like to welcome everybody into this thing, and totally stoked and super happy to have everybody on board with us today. See, I'm hearing a little something from Matt Garner out there. He's saying, wondering about what kind of predictions we're looking for tonight's race. So, man, I'm seeing some strength out of the 64, the 11, and the 12 right now. But you have some sneakers out there. You got the 8 and you got the 48. Those guys have been putting on something. And then now Sexton's, he's come up into this thing. And then we've also had the 3 of Swicegood. But if I had to put some money on some, it's going to be a toss-up between the 11 and the 64. With the 12 as a surprise attacker. But, man, that's going to be a flip of a coin between those two. As we go green one more time. We're in it and on it and above it. Let's go get some, guys. So we're 102 laps into this thing. We're inside the 30 now. This is it. It's going to wind down very quickly from here. They're going to be looking for every run and every possibility they can to get one. So here's what we're going to be looking for in this matter here is, who's going to find some good guys to run with and stay clean as they can as everyone's going to be jockeying for positions. Due to the fact that there's not a lot of cars out there on track right now, that means that there's going to be a lot of room to maneuver, thus blind spots. So that, I think, has been causing a lot of grief out here through tonight's race. Is those blind spots, those guys going for it, in doing those full sender type deals in the beginning of the runs with them cold tires, all of that. So now the 12 car come down to the front here. Look at this. I don't know, I may have called wrong there, Matt, because look at it. I mean, we should have went with the 12 car in the first place. He got himself a lot of horsepower right there as he come just rocketing through. 11 car now. Following in that second position, 64 on the bottom. He's been really good on the bottom throughout tonight's race. But, we got everybody lined up on the outside. So it looked like he's got a little, what they like to call the freight train action happening right now to the 64. Hopefully there wasn't hardly any contact, something I might have missed while I was looking around at some of our fun stuff that we have here. But, man. So far, The top group is up and running really tough right now. We do have a lot of cars out, so we're talking some wrecked and some blowns and all that. So that's exactly what happens, especially if you you tear that car up where it's not repairable. You ain't coming back out on track. Things have cleaned up pretty nicely, though, toward the top 10. As you see, everybody just shuffling for position right now. A little dicey with the top 5, 6th, 7th, and 8th all back there stacked up. Got the 3 car of Swicegood. Swicegood now on the bottom solo action. No, just kidding. He got some help down there. Looked like the possible 48 of Watson. Nope, 48 Watson's on the high on the outside. Now jumping up in that hole. Now Watson looking low. Going to try to do a crossover move as he's trying to climb himself out up through the ladder one more time. 28 now moving forward, but now a little bit. He got himself, look at that, car was wobbling and loose just there, but it looked like there was some air being taken off his car. He had car next to him, car behind him. Watch for that when it comes to these cars. Again, that aero is super duper important here, not only for the speed, but also for the control. We got the 51 car now making his way high to the outside. We're talking fast high to the outside we're talking like jet-like, JPL-like run here. As he's moving himself up possibly to the 4th position and continuing. 51 now with an even more impressive run on the bumper of the 11 car as the 12 continues to take off. But not by much. Here comes the 48, 3 wide. Right through the center. Maintaining lines and positions. Here we go. 3 of Swicegood down there on the bottom. 48, what an impressive move. Great move by Joshua Watson right through the center. Had that run, kept this car nice and steady. That's how you do it right there. Now not stopping there, looking to go for the 3rd position as he looks underneath the 11 and possible 12. What is this? 3rd place now, 48, now going to the lead. What a run! Came back from like 6th or 7th position back there. Utilized the run, saw the hole in the center, went 3 wide for it to take the lead over. And look at that car. It is not in all pretty shakes. They're gonna. That's more buffing than well, you can't buff that out there. Sorry, they're Watson. My bad, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna have to get any repaint on that. But he's still moving it and hauling it. But no, now the momentum has changed. The momentum's changed to the outside with the 12 car and the 3. Swicegood with the push. But look at this, the 12 car with the pinch. Got the nose a little loose with the 48. 48 still drives it hard through and gonna race him down the front stretch. Drag race cross start finish line. Who knows who's gonna get it? Watson right now. Swicegood with Mar right there on the outside. 48 with the run. Continues. Oh, but Mar takes it back for a second. Watson coming back now again, side by side, challenging for the lead every single lap. Here we go now. We got the 64 now starting to make its charge back again after that freight train move of pretty much the entire top of the field. They got him on the bottom. Everybody got lined up, and they put the 64 toward the back. I'm pretty sure they're all thinking a little something. He's been up there running pretty tough the entire race. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit harder on him and get him toward it, but it doesn't look like it's slowing him down one little bit as now he's charging back forward again. The 11 car stuck in that 5th position. Still, everyone's just in that dirty air except for the 12 car. 12 car's loving every minute of this, at least for right now, because here comes the 3 car. He's looking. He's planning. Will he attack? Negative, not in turns 3 and 4. He's going to go ahead and rotate out of 4 as we go the 11 side by side with the 4, the 64, and now the 51. We got the shuttle back there, lighting up them afterburners. Now 64, he lost looks like he lost the back of the car a little bit there. Came up, but they was able to catch it. The 48 gave him room, went up high. Now 3 wide for the 3rd position. 64 is going to drift back just a little bit now as he's going to fall back into that 5th position, under attack by the 11 of Stevens in the 6th position, want to get himself back up into the top 5 and continue his run back toward the front as he's been leading a lot of this race tonight as well. We got Mar still leading this race. Mar doing himself a great job. Found himself with, through tonight's tremendous adversities. There was loose cars, slide in, and this and that. The typical elevator, but this elevator was going up and down a lot and extremely fast. And he was able to maintain and find himself back toward the front. And now Tanner Marr up on point here with the 3 car on his 6th. Swice good right there. Doesn't look like he's trying to challenge at all, but more or less ride along, save those tires. Smart thing. We got 19 laps remaining in tonight's race. So I don't know, it's looking pretty good for the 12 there, Matt. I may have needed to go with the 12 on my first instinct there, but man, because 11 and the 64 have just been so tough throughout tonight's race. But again, this ain't over yet. We got 18 laps still left yet. These cars will still have more of a transitioning to go through before we drop that checkered flag. 3 car, it just seems like he is really pacing the 12 car. It does not look like he's trying to challenge, but more or less trying to check out. He knows those guys are all teaming up back there or looking to pounce as soon as they get up there. So best things that he can do at this moment is, do exactly what he's doing. Right behind him, get that time on track, which is what they need on these guys. Get as much of a cushion in the gap as they can. It's not much, but they're getting closer to a second right now. In anything, it's going to be better than them being right there on your, in that draft. And because when they get that draft, they're going to be able to, again, suck up on them, utilize that horsepower, the sharing of the air, and be able to get some. Michael Wood now here in that 4 machine, another Mountain Dew car. Got the 64 on the outside, 48 on the inside bottom. We got the 11 outside of him. So these guys are all. This is all for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position, 7th, 8th, all right there. So basically, you have a battle of 7 positions. So all the way back to the 7 positions. The 28 has lost draft and fell back from there. Same thing with Ruff, Ludlow, and Holmberg. Now we do have a good amount of car toward the front, so we should still see a impressive battle for this race win at the end. Okay, so as things have calmed down just a little bit, 15 laps left remaining. Let's go ahead and give a quick little shout out to our sponsors here. Century 21, Realty, amazing Realty all over the world. I'm telling you, if you need them, they're there. And they got an office near you. Of course, we got Masterpiece Hair Studio in Pismo Beach, making you look just, for you women, gorgeous. For you men, pimp. All right? I mean, just shoot. You walk out there, you be like, I got this, $1,000 suit on now, even though it's like $500. But no, you make it feel like you're $1 million. And then, of course, we have Blazin' Pizza. Or Blaze Pizza. In Indianapolis. Greg owns this joker. He has a few of them up there doing great work, great business. He's fought through tremendous adversities throughout the COVID and whatnot, keeping all his employees safe. So hats off to him and all of the hard work that his employees have done throughout all of the COVID and keeping America fed throughout, and especially in Indianapolis. So can't wait to get down on my pizza here in a moment. Speaking of that thing, don't forget to cast your votes, folks. I said my favorite number is 3. That's what I run. That's always 3. So I got 3 toppings on my pizza. And the one who nails it is going to be getting a pizza from me. All right? We're directly getting that one over to you. At least, well, I'll send you the money to get you. All right? You're going to get it from Next Gen Broadcasting. Going to be getting you hooked up with a full package, actually. So about $50 is what we're going to do. So you go ahead and guess all kinds, but I'm going to put it out there. Woo, 4. He is now looking low on the 3 car. 3 is still staying committed to the 12 car, but look at this though. These guys are starting to, we may have lost one of the cars. So we may have some strategies going on or possible draft-wise. Nope. That's a firm. I believe we do have Watson has lost draft and looks like he is falling back. Let's grab a look at him. That's a firm. Oh, bummers. So we lost draft. Maybe got caught to something we didn't quite see as we're jabbering our ears off. But, man, all right. All right, dropping on to the 11 of Scotty Stevens. Scotty Stevens now in that third position was leading a lot of the race. Him and the 64 seemed like they had the fastest hot rods out there through most of the first half of the race. But remember, everyone, this track goes through changes, all right? It's been rubbering up, and it has, it's been heating up. Yeah. So basically what's going on here is, the cars are going to change. So some of these cars that might be just all kinds fast and, just perfect and good in the beginning may not be all so hot at the end. I just see 11, maybe it looked like 11, maybe a little loose through the center there as we're looking. But the 3 car still, like I said, committed to the 12 car's bumper right there, staying not too, you notice how he's not running up on him either, which he knows because that's going to loosen up that 12 car, which is going to slow him down, and that's going to allow these guys to catch up, which 11 already has. 11's got that run right now, so let's see what he can do with it. Well, what's going to happen here with this run is that 64 is going to play along. Ooh, loose right there. Great save. Oh, man, we saw the back end of that car step around. He's going to be able to gather it up smartly and not lose a lot of time on track. So he still now puts him in that 4th position, but battle for the 5th. Now it's up to the 64 to see if the 64 of Cale Butler right here can get himself that run that he's been looking for now. And he does. He's gaining. He's gaining. We see that clock dropping down slowly. He's kind of hovering right now. They pulled a little bit on him right there. He was dropping, but he's that's gonna be some impressive work for the 64 to get this thing done on his own. Still leading our race right now is Tanner Marr, the 12 car. Putting down some impressive power with that Toyota. Yes, he's made the right changes throughout today's race. He has the 3 car on his bumper, but for how long? As we are 9 laps left of tonight's race. We are inside the 10, 8 to go. All right, so Tanner on the bottom here. Looks like we have lap traffic of the 23. 23 is going to go ahead and clear them nicely. Good job, 23, holding a good line on the outside, letting these boys get the race on. Okay, so looks like we have 5 cars left. We have maybe possible pit strategies. Some cars didn't make it, or they are falling back, losing that line, losing the tires on these things. This is, I think, by far the longest run that they've done tonight. So this is going to really test their skills on where they've been doing in practice throughout this week, because obviously they haven't had a chance to really dial these cars in to the long run in tonight's race. Right now we still have the 12 and the 3 right there, and the rest of the cars lined up, back to the top 5 who are in contention of winning this thing. But right now we have the 12 car and the 3 car really breaking away from the pack right here. So I think it may be a battle between the 12 and the 3. So Marr and Swicegood, what can happen here? It's going to be up to Swicegood, and he's got to time this pass perfectly, because he knows that 12 car is going to come back on him when he gets around him. And he's going to have that run as well. I'm sure the 12 car is expecting this, and if he's smart, he's already planning out his retaliation. The way you do that, you get smart about it too, is you see what these guys are running. You run in a certain line where you know they're going to have to go to the bottom or up to a certain line to pass you, and then there you're able to maneuver your line through centers or whatnot through that passing point, and so you can get a different arc, come back around on them, and do a crossover like you were seeing with the 64 and the 11 a lot earlier in tonight's race. Those guys were crossover after crossover after crossover. They're setting each other up for that, knowing that the car is going to push coming out. They're going to whoa up a little bit and bring the car down on a different trajectory through the center and have that run. So now here comes a 3 and the 12 starting to get a little bit more dicey toward the front. But again, once these guys go side by side and start racing, their time on track's going to haul up tremendously. So very important that that they stay where they're at and doing what they're doing right now to keep those cars, the rest of the cars that have a chance to win this thing, at bay. All right, let's see where everyone's running here. Bring some track mapping up. See, 12 cars, our race leader in the green right there. You have the 3 and the 4. 3's right there with them, so you can't see that. But you got 4 drifted back just a little bit. So the 64 and 51 obviously came in and got themselves some more fresh feel goods, I believe. Or are they just falling off? Yeah, maybe falling off because they lost that draft, burned it up. But the 51, the 11. The 11's right there in the 4th position. So still battling back with Wood. Wood in 11, or Wood in the number 4 and Stevens in the 11. Still tied up and paired up right there. You see those 2 dots right there on top of each other. But again, you see a gap between the 64 and 51. So those guys really aren't producing a lot of speed and knocking off that time on track. 48's drifted back, 28's drifted back. Everyone's kind of out of the now they're running what we like to call that bucket bubble. Kind of stuck by yourself, no one behind you, no one in front of you, just running. Which you have to do that good too. 2 laps remaining. Here we go. I'm ready for this one. What do you got? Okay, here we go. 3 car now coming around on the bottom, coming out of 2. Down the backstretch, 12 car right there, still leading. 3 cars now looking to power up and move. Now, does he have enough power to get underneath this Toyota? Got the 3 car looking and searching. Got 1 lap left remaining. Here comes his moment. This is going to be it. This is going to be the moment for him to get it done right now. He's going to have to either attack him into 2 with all kinds of force, or just do the full sender in 3 and 4. 12 car now breaking the draft just a little bit, changing his arc. And so does the 3. 3 changes his arc just down a little bit more, rotates underneath him. Here comes the 3. 3 car now sways good down to the bottom, drag race down the backstretch. Who's going to have it? 3 car has the preferred line, but we've seen the outside line with the power. 3 car now with the lead. Oh, he gets on the apron down there, really fighting for some grip. Gets the car to turn, gets underneath the 12 perfectly. Not going to have a chance to get back. 3's going to take it. Gets him, Tanner. Heck yeah. Surprise attack by 3. Tanner Mars gets our race victory. But the 12 of them are right there with Wood in 4th position. 11 is Stevens, 51 Saxton, 64 Butler, and the 48 of Watson. All the last ones towards on the rough, of course. Last one's on the lead lap. So everybody else fought pretty hard and tremendously. Let's go ahead and bring it on over to our victory lane. Yeah, man, that was awesome. Good run right there for him. Set it up just as we were thinking. Man, that was good stuff, though. Congratulations to him in that matter right there. Really happy and stoked with him. All right, let's see what he's going to do. He'll light him up, burn him down? I hope so. We've seen a lot of smoke in this race so far, so I don't know. He might want to save his motor. Wow. All right, so here we go, folks. He was burning it down, but I don't know what happened. It just kind of stopped on us right there. Let me see if I can just do a little transition real quick, another one. Oh, I'm missing our burnout. It's not showing it here on my screen either. I think oh, you know what I might have to do is, hey, let me try this one more time here. Oh, the 12 car was parked. Or no, sorry, that was a 3. Oh, I'm sorry, I had it on the 12 car the whole time. The 3 car did the burnout. Oh, my bad, commentator mistake right there, baby. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I didn't even realize. Oh goodness, that's all right. Hey, 3 car got her down though, and I missed his burnout, and he's gonna be a little upset with me on that one. But you know, we'll have to rewind that, and maybe there he is. Sorry, race winner right here, Trevor Swicegood, aka FMF, rocking my 3 car, putting the good rich in to victory lane. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do, folks. Watch this. Let's see if we can't just rewind this thing a little bit. I know we can. I know it'll let us. Yep. Well, we hope at least. There it goes. Yeah! Okay. Sorry, we're just gonna do a little Back to the Future for Mr. Trevor here, FMF, and light him up, buddy. All right, Back to the Future, engaged. Woo! There it is. Burn it down, baby. At least you got a good look at the 12 car. Ran himself an awesome race. Led most of it at the end, but sneak attacker, not even sneak attacker, lined it up perfectly right here. 3 car gets it done. FMF, awesome burnout right here. Yeah, that is just gnarly. Heck yeah. That's how I do it, right there. Yep, FMF, exactly, dude. Perfect. Yeah, that was sweet, dude. Oh, that was a good burnout. And toast with the most, he says, with that motor. Oh, man. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and get us on over to the post-race show. See if we can't get a holler at some of these drivers. Okay, give us a moment here as we're waiting to get these guys in. Actually, I'm going to do that. All right, let's bring up tonight's race winner. Our man FMF here. Just give us one moment as we are just finishing getting all these guys over here into this thing. All right, let's holler at them. Get on over to our post-race show here, folks. They are all jumping. All right, folks. Welcome to the post-race show. We are back. We're just bringing up some comms right now with these boys. Give us 1 second here as we try to touch base with tonight's race winner, Mr. Trevor Swicegood, FMF, and see if he got a if we got him on comms. Trevor, you got a copy?
Yeah, 4, I'm here.
Ah, there he is. My bad, FMF, dude. Okay, like I really didn't. I didn't think I would see you this quick, bro. You know? I mean, yeah, you seen not too long ago in the booth. I mean, that was awesome, dude. I mean, you lined that thing up perfectly at the end. I can only imagine how frustrating the race was, you know, to get to the end. Okay, but man, what you did a beautiful job. It looked as if you were saving those tires at the end. Walk us down, you know, through that last part of tonight's race, and then if you can do a little Back to the Future and rewind it to the beginning on and maybe share a little possible frustrations with the cautions and what was going on out there.
Well, you know, we had a lot of cautions, so
yes, sir.
That was obvious, but we got through all that and finally got some green flag runs in. Yeah. So one of the cautions I actually had to go in using fast repair, and then I took some tires and realized that we were not good on fuel. And luckily, a caution came out about 2 laps before I was going to pit, so that worked out in our favor. And then right there at the end, just tried to push the guy that was out front as far as we could, try to get the gap on the field. Once I realized we had a gap, I just kind of set it up, made sure I didn't make a bad move, and then it cost me the win. So just kind of rode it out, pushed him as far as I could get out front, and just took to the victory right there at the end. So
and you did it. Yeah, you did it
Happy with it.
textbook. You really did. I mean, that was perfect. Now, were you had a chance to pass a multitude of times. Were you trying to get that time on track, get you guys ahead of the rest of the guys that could win the race, trying to get a little more of a cushion?
Well, I didn't want to get side by side and run a lap or two side by side and let those guys catch up, because I'd rather get second than fourth. So I just tried to make sure me and him was out far enough that we didn't have to worry about anybody behind us.
And you did perfect too, especially on the on that last turn, the move of the race right there, where you changed your arc and approach in. You did it perfect. Where you're able to get that car to bite through the center, get it to hook underneath and still having that momentum, and then you've got that Chevy horsepower, hooked up and planted on the pavement, man, and you were able to launch it out textbook status, and he didn't have a chance to rebuttal back at you. So man, that was amazing. It really was, and setting it up that way.
Yeah, we set the car up to run flat foot the whole race, so even behind traffic, I could lift and save tires, but there wasn't really a need to get off the gas, so it kind of gave a little bit of advantage coming out of the corner, especially coming in turn 3 and 4.
Right. No, honestly, we've seen that. We've seen you having that bite that you needed. Now, important question, of course, how was the draft out there today? I mean, what was how were these next gens handling
Very
it?
strong, as you can see. If you got 3 or 4 cars up top, I tried to make a run to the bottom a couple times, and you just can't go nowhere by yourself. So, kind of got to get stacked up in there and put your car where you need to be, and then make the moves. Just make the moves and try not to get into somebody else or somebody else get into you and ruin your day. So you just gotta be patient out here, especially with iRacing. I mean, it's a whole different ball game with being patient and conserving
yeah.
You can make a move.
Oh, absolutely. And we've seen some of those patients that it seemed like they didn't make it to the track, on the start. And that's what it's all about, like you just stated, patience. And I mean, that will allow you to have yourself a race to last to the end, get you to the end. But of course, did you have to make any adjustments in your car tonight to keep up with the track?
I didn't touch a thing. I knocked my brake bias down to lower than it was when I made the setup, but that was early in the run, so no, not really.
Oh wow, man! So you had that thing dialed. She did great throughout the transitions of the track, and you were able to put yourself in prime position to get that victory at the end. First one, dude. First victory of FRI, buddy. That's awesome for iRacing, and you get that checkered flag right off the bat, man. That is impressive work done, and fighting through all that adversity.
Yeah, shout out to you and Thomas, and I'm not sure who else was involved, but I appreciate y'all putting it on. And I know we had some issues at the beginning of the race, but thanks for all you do, and we'll see you here soon, buddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And man, I can't wait to see you back up in this booth, bud.
Appreciate it. Good talking to you.
All right, folks. So man, that was FMF. FMF was congratulations to him one more time for tonight's race win. And what a great job that guy did. I mean, like I said, he put it down. He put his car in position and handled it. So let's go ahead and drop over to our second place finisher, Tanner. Tanner, you got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
Oh man, you were, bro. Look at you, dude. I mean, you had yourself one heap of a battle. You seemed like you had a little bit of contact through through the earlier styles of the race. Found yourself in that elevator going up and down. And then, but you were fighting some loose too. You saw your car kind of step out a little bit on you. Did you make some track adjustments? One, to help out with through, kind of go over the style of changes you may have made and the track changing, and then kind of describe your last run when it comes to that coming to the start finish right there.
So the beginning of the race, my team, myself, 5 Kings Motorsports, we decided not to qualify. And that was a huge mistake. That just puts you right there in the hornet's nest. Like you said, elevator, up and down race constantly. It's just a roller coaster. You could be doing everything right. It didn't matter because you were going to be involved in something. But about halfway through the race, that cleaned up, and I never really changed the car. I just changed how I was driving, and luckily, I mean, the draft put me up front, but I knew I was a sitting duck. I was hoping Trevor tried to pass me like lap 120 or something like that, and then I could slingshot by him at the end. But he was smart. He let us get out on the field, and he drove it really, really smart. And kudos to him for driving me clean there at the end. I hate finishing second, but it is what it is.
Man, but you had such an awesome run regardless, though. You were able to drive your car through the field, maintaining positions and fighting them off. And then when you got up in front, how was that clean air? I mean, was that just perfect up there? Was that one of the reasons why some of these other cars, when they got that clean air, your car just did exactly what you told it to do, and you were able to hold on to that?
I think it's mainly setup based, Chris. Like,
Okay.
so we set this car up. This is our first ever next gen race. Never turned no laps in this car, so we didn't know anything about setup really.
Right.
So we did like 30 laps of practice, and we realized you got really loose behind people. So we tightened it up. But then when I got out front, I was just too tight. I just wash up the track and have to lift. So the car didn't like clean air. That's for sure. At least mine didn't.
Okay.
So I couldn't ever have stayed in front of Trevor unless his intentions and plans was to run and let us get out in front of the field a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that. I mean, but you still seem like you had a really fast car though throughout. I mean, you had that speed in that car. So what did you change in that car to help you with that push and that loose and finding that good balance?
Just quit flat footing it. Basically. I mean, I didn't touch anything with the setup at all, like in-car adjustments, anything like that. I just quit flat-footing it. And now it seemed like it'd be a little slower, but it actually wasn't. I was actually able to hold the bottom. And in the draft, you can really do that with no problem. But once I got out by myself, I was having to lift a whole lot more because cars wanted to push up like crazy.
Copy that. Yeah, we seen cars pushing, cars getting loose. I mean, it was a little bit of everything out there. Did you find yourself, when you were in that draft, in that dirty air, did you find that air moving over your car, making it do weird things that you were not prepared for, or you had to get up on that wheel? I mean, was it really scooting that car around? Was it knocking you loose? Was it pushing you tight?
Oh man, absolutely. The best one word to describe these cars when you're in traffic is intense. I mean, I even said that in our Discord chat. I was like, man, it's super intense because one lap you're snapping loose, and then the very next lap you might be pushing tight into the wall. So like you never really knew what to expect. And I think that's just these next gen cars. I think that's how they're going to be. I don't think that was really set up tonight.
Okay.
But the more races we do, we're going to stick around and run these Friday night races with y'all. I know
Appreciate it.
people think the race was really bad in the beginning. We run a league also. So like I understand the first race of every series is always going to be the worst of the worst, because you got new guys.
Yeah.
But I expect it's going to be a lot better. We're going to have fun on Friday nights, and I'm hoping maybe we can at least talk to you more often. But man, I hate finishing one spot short.
You know what? But as long as you're up in the booth, that means you're getting some really good points. You're up here BSing with us and getting a little something out for your sponsors, really showcasing your talent and your car out there with your team. And man, and I'm stoked to have you aboard, bud. Really are. And you're right. You're 100% correct. It's always the first races are always going to be the roughest as everyone's getting to know each other and learn what style of driving they have. Of course, weeding out some of the ones that don't possess the style of talent that's needed for this field. You see what I'm saying? And again, as all of this, rotates through that again through this first season, short season. I think we're going to find the cream of the creme out there, and we're going to continue to have ourselves an amazing show.
Oh, absolutely. And I won't hold you anymore. Just before I get out of here, I want to thank the sponsors real quick. 4 or 5 Kings Motorsports. So we got over 1,000 likes on Facebook. So any and every like means a lot. It helps us go get more sponsors. But got to thank McConey Setup Shop. Use promo code 5Kings, get you 10% off. TheButtKicker.com. Once again, promo code 5Kings, get you 20% off. And we got Raised Energy, FB's Custom Button Box. Trying to think, man, we got a laundry list of them. BAM Racing Video, MF Racing Designs. That's all our paint schemes. That's MF Racing Designs on Facebook.
Nice.
And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting people. I mean, we got a laundry list of support, and without them, it wouldn't be possible. So thank them, and thank Thomas for putting on the work. It's really hard to be a one-man show, but you did a damn good job tonight. And Chris, thank you for being up in the broadcast, giving us something to do here.
Absolutely, my pleasure. And hey, make sure you share that laundry list over with me of sponsors, because I love talking about sponsors, buddy. I mean, I really do. All right, so I mean, I'll be more than happy to help you with that matter. All right, yeah, I can tell. So again, that's part of our job too, right? So, I mean, again, we want to, share that list over. I'll be more than happy to help. So, but congratulations on that P2 finish and amazing run you did all the way through tonight's race. Holding down that P1 for a long time, enjoying that clean air, man. That was really good racing. The side by side and maneuvering your way through. So, great job and congratulations again on that P2.
Thank you, Chris. Maybe we'll be back next week in Victory Lane. Good race, Trevor. Good race, everybody. Thank y'all for having us.
I hope so. You're in pleasure's ours, buddy. See you soon. All right, let's go ahead and bring up my man, Michael Wood. Got himself that P3 today. Michael, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
What is happening, dude? So, I mean, we didn't get, a chance to bring up them pedals yet and everything else of tonight, but we're looking at them right now, and that is one heck of a camera system you got there. I'm loving it. We're going to be implicating those in next. Again, we're touching base with all of these things that we get to mess with over here in the iSeries. And he's got himself a really good setup. So, man, we'll look at that, though. It's going to be some great descriptive stuff, especially for our road courses. But let's get into tonight's race for you, bud. I mean, you were practicing all week long. You've been grinding this thing out. You were fast in practice. You really had a good car. It seemed like you were fighting that all of that aggressions and that tornado in the middle type thing and the up and down, of course, and then found your way at the toward the front at the end. So if we can break down your run, let's go ahead and start from beginning, middle, and then end, if we could.
Yeah, Chris, been practicing all week. Finally found a setup that I loved. Really put the car on any part of the track and have complete control. Just feel confident. Confidence goes a long way when you're racing door to door.
Yeah.
Qualified. Didn't. My car wasn't set up to qualify fast. It was qualified. Set up to do be a long run setup and. Really push the length of the race. Obviously in the front, or in the beginning, it was very frustrating. Couldn't get a lap in before caution, and took a lot to overcome that frustration, stay patient. Which thanks to my, I think I really pushed through that. I got called up in a wreck real early. Used my fast repair a little earlier than anticipated. After a couple of mix-ups with some speeding on pit road, after some accidents and things like that, which took me 2 laps down. So I really had my work cut out for me. I know second half of the race, I really just wanted to battle for that lucky dog position, get some laps back, get some positions back. I felt like I had one of the fastest cars on the track, and that allowed me to cut through the pack, make my way up to the front towards the tail end, and just hold it. My car did everything that I asked it to do. I felt real good. I was glad I was able to pull back from second, 2 laps down all the way at the third, just pushing through.
And that's exactly what it looked like you did. It looked like you were maintaining your tires. You were kind of sorting it out what you had at the end, and you were able to manage those tires, and you had yourself enough of your car left at the end to bring it home into that P3. But I mean, it was a fight. It looked like you were fighting loose too. How was the draft for you and your car? Was it affecting you the same as we heard prior from other drivers with the car going snap loose to push tight, throughout the runs?
Absolutely. But based on the setup that I had, I really had to adapt my lines with the pack I was running in, and just choose my time to make my move. I wasn't really running one consistent line. I was just trying to stay in a pack because these cars, like P1 said, out of the draft, these cars, they just they flatline. So you really had to really pick your battles. Watch your positioning and just be smart out there. Smart racing.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen a lot of you guys at the end. The started to weed out there. Cars were breaking down and all that, and the guys that were able to really keep those cars together, and we've seen it. We've seen the line start to really shine. And you just stated right there something that I'd like to ask you, but what line do you think was faster, Trevor? I mean, was it the high line? Was it the bottom line? We've seen everybody running everywhere. We've seen the 64 on the bottom forever and was gaining, and he had to launch off. So I really don't know which line actually was the ultimate line when it comes to it, the middle high line or that bottom line low.
I personally, like I said, I ran a mixture of different lines, just really what the pack was to keep my car in the draft the longest, and just really adapting on the fly. Call it, call it what you will, but I just put my car in the right position just to keep up with the pack, and I know I had a good strong car that could, if I timed it right, it would make the jump through the pack, and just keep pushing through.
Man, and you did, and your perseverance overcame at the end, and you're bringing it home P3. Nice start to points right in the first inaugural race. You're up here in podium and styled out nicely with some points. So, man, you're gonna be good. I can't wait to see what this is all gonna entail when it comes to who's gonna go where and do what from here. So, who's gonna have those awesome programs and stay on top of it. So, and I think that you're going to be one of them. I really do. I think I expect to see Michael Wood up toward the front for a lot of races through this season.
Yeah, I'm hopeful as well. I want to thank both Tom, Chris. I want to thank my wife. Has let me nice. Spend a few hours down here with something that I enjoy to do. Can't thank her enough. Can't thank you all enough. I know it was a rough start. Like Tanner was saying, it's the first race of the inaugural season, and we'll work to be better for sure. Getting the cream of the crop out here and race with us every week.
And precisely, that's exactly what you mentioned: getting that cream of the crop and getting everybody together and getting everything squared away. That's what yeah, you're right. That is exactly what it takes time to do. It really does. It's something that happens overnight. Everybody has to you have to get used to and learn about each other and how they race and what you can do and what you can't do.
Yep.
But man, congratulations on your run tonight, though, man. I'm very stoked for your entire program you put together tonight. So great job. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up, man. Really want to see you up in this thing more often.
All right. Yep. Sounds great, Chris. See you next week.
Copy that. You got it, buddy.
All right, bye.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up our CEO, our Gunny Sarge in charge here. See if we get old Tom up in this thing. Tom Freitas, you got a copy, buddy.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, I got a copy.
Woo! Dog! You all right? You okay?
Oh, I'm good.
All right.
Definitely, not the start I was expecting. I will be honest, it is a good thing that you can't hear communications that's going on in iRacing.
Yeah, copy that.
Because I was not a happy camper on the radio.
Yeah.
So drivers got an earful. Once we started kind of weeding out some of the drivers and and whatnot, we had a good race.
Yeah.
So it was definitely beginning was frustrating, but unfortunately, like Trevor said and Tanner said and Michael said, it's first race of the inaugural season. And it's going to get better from here. It's going to be good, and I'm still excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, and yeah, that's exactly what it's all about there, bud. I mean, it's the fight that we're going to be going through for a minute here as we get this thing started. So, and it's just grinding it out. And, yeah, it was a pretty interesting race in the beginning for sure. But like I said, I can't wait to see what these guys are going to have for us in the future, because I do see a lot of talent out there. and I can't wait to see who's going to rise, who's going to figure it out, and then who's going to come by surprise.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of talent in the race tonight, and I'm really looking forward to Atlanta next week. Especially with these cars, it's really gonna show us where the talent is and who has their program together,
Right.
and who put in the practice. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Yeah, another big track with some room to run, different lines, different approaches. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested and excited to see what's going to happen over there as well. So when it comes to the Atlanta and who's coming in. I mean, now of course this is the launch, so this is open. We're looking for drivers the whole bit for this thing who wants to be a part of this awesome series, and we're going to continue to have as much fun as we possibly can. We're going to nail it, of course, in the broadcast booth, and we're getting more and more used to this tech because there's a lot of fun stuff we get to mess with here. And actually, here's one of them. Let's go ahead and bring up the final lineup there. Tom, unless you have a little something else you want to go about Atlanta or whatnot that's coming up.
No, just thanks everybody for tuning in, and please tune in next week for Atlanta. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and also, we're gonna make sure in this one is that we'll even do a poll of. I know we're gonna have less cautions, okay, folks. So I guaranteed 100% we're gonna have less on that one. So, but all in all,
yes, it'll not be the caution fest it is tonight.
Yeah. Woo! That was a lot. So let's go ahead and bring up those points real quick here, folks. Auto Club. Cannot go wrong with Auto Club, everybody. It's a wide race. You got everything to do there. It offers it all. It really does, including the surrounding area. My home is only a few hours up from Auto Club. And here we go, folks. So the finishing order for tonight's race here. You got Trevor Swicegood, our winner. You see him lit up on the bottom is where Tanner gets it done in that second position. Michael Wood in that third position. Scotty Stevens in that fourth. Joshua Sexton in that fifth position. Kel Butler in the sixth. And both those guys running, all of these guys at top 5, top 7, top 8. All the way down. Actually, no, top 10 were running just amazing races all the way through. But we got 7th of Joshua Washington, of course, Keith, in the 8th position. 9th is Calvin Ruff. 10th is Brian Lutlow. 11th, Noel Holmberg. All right, Noel getting it done, trying to finish it up in that top, almost in the top 10. But he held down strong, so good for him. Jacob Arthur, 12th. Dakota, 13th. 14th is James Morris. You've seen him on qualified on pole, running and leading some of that race today and fighting toward the front. So really good to see him up there battling it out, and see we'll hopefully see more of him as this season progresses. Matthew Edens was up there challenging it pretty hard in the 19. So we'll see if he can really dial up his line and have something to offer for us at the end of this thing. Let's see. So it looks like we have Tyler in the number 50 and the. Where did the 51 go? Oh, yeah, I was correct. Right. So the 50 is Tyler, and 16th, 17th right there. You see that rounding out our field. So, like I said, a lot of drivers coming in tonight. A lot of adversity, and again, like these guys were putting down as best they possibly could. So, very stoked with everybody's run tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and send us on out of here. But we will like to take one more moment to thank our sponsors for tonight, Century 21, Hometown Realty all over U.S. world. Look them up for your buying and selling endeavors. And then, of course, Blaze Pizza in Indianapolis, Greg owner there. Awesome dude and just phenomenal guy. So can't wait to get down on my pizza. And I'm still waiting to see what we have for those toppings here, folks. But man, lots of fun right there, and we should actually bring that back into the booth, and got to show off that pizza one more time here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Bring us over to the booth before we let you all out of here. And man, it's gonna, like I said, I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen next week and for the weeks on here prior to. So let's go ahead. 1 second here, folks. Love messing with all my fun stuff. Oh. There we go. Get rid of that one. All right, so let's check out this pizza. Woo! Here it is. Blazing, or Blaze Pizza right here. Wood fired, all kinds. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. There it is. Oh, it looks cold. Because it is, man. So the winning on this one here, folks, was pineapple, smoked ham, and bacon. So, yep, we did a little style. I'm a Hawaiian guy. What can I say? All right. But I know the pineapple would probably throw a lot of people off. But, yeah, so that was a good deal there. But anyways, folks, thank you guys all so much for tuning in tonight. We're going to have a lot more, we're going to have a lot of fun stuff coming up here for you, including some outside the booths and all that fun stuff. That's right, folks. They're letting Tron out the box. So, you know, this is going to turn out horribly. Well, we don't know yet, but we're going to find out. But, man, yeah. So, everyone, thank you so much again for tuning in. Thank you to all our sponsors. I'm Chris Paul Hamus. This is Next Gen Broadcasting live on YouTube. And stay tuned. Until next time, folks, keep your point in the right direction, cars, and your lives. And we'll see you soon. Stay tuned.
Ocean, on an island where no one can find me. The sun, ocean.